began the live just a minute or so early so I could give people a chance to enter the space. I'm so excited to be here with you all this lovely morning. So whenever you arrive, just give yourself a moment to feel that sense of presence. So my name is Lauren Margolies, and I am here with Unique Footprints, and what an honor to be in the presence of a group of women and a group that is designed to help support women in the most important years of their lives. So I am not only a yoga and meditation teacher, I am also a mom of two, and I have been there and I understand all of the transitions that happen between preconception, through pregnancy, through postpartum, and through motherhood. And there's so much that shifts and changes throughout this time of our lives. Something that I wanted to touch on before we move into the meditation practice for today. The message that I keep receiving from friends and clients lately is how everything that's happening right now, this high level of stress, this sense of uncertainty and unknown, to me seems to stem from our lack of control of what's happening around us. And that seems to be the message that people keep conveying to me, using different words, using different terminology. But the underlying essence of what the message is the lack of control right now is what is causing really astronomical levels of stress. So because we can't control these outside circumstances that are being kind of pushed upon us, we are feeling this deep sense of uncertainty based on that lack of control. And as I was sitting with what I wanted to move into with our practice today, I was reflecting on the deep connection of that sense of lack of control, and how, for me, the most profound time that I've experienced that is really in my journey with pregnancy and motherhood. So when we decide that we want to have children, we think that we have all the control and we're just going to make that decision and it's just going to happen. You know, we're taught throughout our lives that it happens very easily and very quickly. And then a lot of people move into that process and realize that it's not so simple. And there are all these other extenuating circumstances that will contribute to when your body is ready and when it is the right time to conceive. We have really, as much as we think we have control over that process, we really don't. Also, through our pregnancy, we recognize that our body is no longer under our supervision or our control, because there's another person that enters the body and then begins to shift how everything works in our bodies. So again, we experience this other shifting and changing of what we deem as our sense of control. Childbirth is another experience where a lot of times we lose that sense of control. We think childbirth is going to go one way, and sometimes it goes perfectly to plan, and sometimes we have to be open and receptive to know that there's a plan happening that's beyond our awareness, and we have to just be in tune with the moment and allow ourselves that ability to give up control. So to me, all of those levels of giving away parts of our control are all preparing us for the biggest shift in our ability to control, which to me is motherhood. And for those of you that already have children, you already have experienced what that's like. For those of you that are just trying to conceive, maybe you're just mentally envisioning what that might be like. Or for those that are pregnant, you're maybe not at that phase yet. But motherhood is the ultimate experience to me in giving up our thoughts on how we control, because these little people come into our lives and we recognize that they have their own ideas, they have their own sense of will, they have their own path in this world, and we try to cultivate, we try to shape, we try to guide them as best we can. However, we are not in control of how they behave. We are not in control of how they process information. We are not in control of so many things. So this time right now of what we are all experiencing, which can feel so overwhelming, I think if we reframe that element of giving up control, and we look at it as an opportunity to experience freedom. And I know just saying that, it can feel like, what? But when we just allow ourselves to shift our viewpoint on this experience that we're having, and maybe imagine that this is allowing us an opportunity to better understand ourselves and better alleviate that need to control what's happening around us, so that we can then better navigate motherhood. We can then better navigate all of those other experiences where, as much as we would like to be in control, we recognize that we have a very small amount that we actually get to exercise over ourselves and other people. And if we allow ourselves to just feel that sense of freedom, we can move through this time frame with a lot more ease. So for me, that has been a mindset shift that I've been working on, is just allowing a sense of freedom in all that we are experiencing, recognizing that because we are not in control, we have a chance to just feel that sense of ease. So relaxing into the situation that's happening around us. So to me, meditation is one of the biggest gifts of tools that I have, that I've utilized for years, that has really helped guide me to be able to shift my mindset more easily. It's also provided an opportunity for me to sit with whatever is arising in each moment. That moment of presence is where we really are able to kind of shift our mindset. So when we can come into each moment and find that sense of clarity within ourselves, we are then able to more easily navigate through all of those phases of uncertainty. So I want to first take a moment, if there's any questions or comments for those of you that are joining, if there's things that you want to share, take a moment and share before we move into our meditation practice. If you have questions, comments, anything like that, know that this is a forum where we want to create connectivity between moms. So please take a moment, and dads, if there's dads that are in this group, know that you are welcome to share your thoughts, and we can navigate questions through this experience. So if there's nothing to share, we're going to take a moment to get comfortable. So options for the practice, we're going to be doing a sound-based meditation practice, and I want you to be really comfortable. So of course, if you're in your pregnancy, you don't want to lie on your back. You maybe want to lie on your side. If you prefer to stay seated, take a moment and just come to a seated position. You can sit on a chair. You can even sit on your couch. You can sit with your back against the wall. For me, that gives me a lot of support for my spine. So find whatever feels good for your body. Whatever position you've chosen, just take a moment to kind of settle more deeply into that position. So start to relax your shoulders. Let your arms be heavy. Let your legs completely relax. And then we're going to take a few moments to just roll your lower jaw, just kind of creating a sense of release in the mouth and the jaw, which also will alleviate tension in the neck. And then maybe roll the opposite direction if you're just going one way. And then we're going to take a couple of cleansing breaths. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, mouth open. We'll do that again. Make noise, make sound. This helps really release tension from the body. Deep breath in through the nose, out through your mouth. Last time. Deep breath in, out through your mouth. Now, if it feels comfortable, allow your eyes to close and just find a sense of softening across your eyelids. If you don't like to close your eyes, maybe you find a soft gaze point at the tip of your nose. Maybe you gaze gently at the floor. And then just give yourself a moment to release any tension from your face. Feel your whole face relax and soften. And then take a moment to gently swallow. And notice what that feels like, that fluid moving in the back of your throat, and allow that to facilitate another sense, another layer of relaxing. Relaxing the neck. Notice how that will let your shoulders relax a little bit. And then with your eyes closed, just roll your shoulders up and back a couple of times. Even if you're lying on your side, just notice what that feels like. Roll the shoulders up and back. One more time. And this last time, just feel the shoulder blades softly hug in towards each other, just kind of hugging in towards the midline of your spine. Notice how that creates a sense of opening in the chest, the rib cage, the front of the rib cage. And then with your eyes still closed, start to breathe into the rib cage. So directing your breath in through the nostrils, if that feels comfortable. Breathing into the rib cage. Notice how that expansion feels. A couple more times. Directing the breath into the rib cage. Feel the lungs expand in all directions. One more time. And now with the eyes still closed, we're going to direct the breath down into the belly. So start to breathe into your belly. As you breathe in, allow your whole belly to soften and expand in all directions. As you breathe out, notice how the navel naturally draws in towards the spine. Couple more breaths here, breathing into the belly. Exhaling, just feel how the belly naturally falls back towards the spine. And although we're directing our breath, we are not controlling. We are just allowing. So coming back to this idea of letting the breath be free. And just noticing how the body naturally expands as you take oxygen in. Notice your whole body melting and relaxing as you release the breath back out. Now releasing the full control of the breath and just finding yourself in this moment of stillness, this moment of connectivity within yourself. I'm going to begin to play different instruments, and all I want you to do is just have an experience of the sound. So allowing the vibration of the sound to flow through your body, creating a deeper sense of peace, a deeper sense of letting go with each vibration. Notice where you feel the sounds in your body. Not attempting to control the sound, but just watching where it flows. willingness to come back to your breath. Just noticing the rise and fall of the belly. Allow the breath to flow effortlessly, letting go of the control and just simply allowing. Noticing that sense of freedom that arises from releasing control. Softly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, maybe circling your wrists, your ankles, maybe slowly rolling the back of the head side to side. As you feel ready, we'll take a cleansing breath, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, just allow yourself a moment to check in. Notice how you feel. Notice if you feel different than when we began the practice. We'll bring our hands together in front of our heart center, just taking a moment to anchor this practice into your heart space. Knowing that sense of freedom that we are able to connect with when we simply allow our need and desire to control the circumstances around us. We'll take one last cleansing breath, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now find a moment of gratitude for yourself for finding the time to be here, finding a moment of gratitude for this shared platform, Unique Footprints, where we are able to connect with other women who share in this life experience from preconception all the way to motherhood and all of the journey that happens throughout this process. I'm just feeling grateful for our ability to connect virtually in this time. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your experience, and I am just grateful to be here. I look forward to sharing space with you again next Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. on the Unique Footprints platform Facebook page. Thank you for being here. If you guys have questions, comments, feedback, please take a moment to add them in the comment section. I'd love to hear about your experience. If you are new to sound, then I'd love to hear how that was for you. If this is something you've done before, maybe the reframing of letting go of control was a different experience. But I'm so happy to be here with you, and I look forward to experiencing this again next week. Thank you so much.